So, I'm here to pick up my daughter from her Mother's Day Out / preschool program, and I'm early. So I was like, I can bust it out and ramble on for a little bit. To give you some updates, ever since my kids started school, number one, my son just turned 4 yesterday on November 30th. My daughter turned 2 back in August. And they both started school this fall. And we have been sick pretty much on a weekly basis ever since. Has not stopped. Even my kids went to stay with the in-laws over their Thanksgiving break because they were off of school that entire week. And then my father-in-law ended up being sick with a fever on Thanksgiving, which he likely caught from my kids because my kids have basically been fine ever since. So that's great. Work just continues to be very, very busy. We have all the fun COVID stuff going on, and I'm in charge of a lot of COVID-y things at my hospital. So I am kept very busy with that. Let's see. I know a lot of people don't read my Twitter. You don't have to go read my Twitter because it's all entirely based on like D&D and GURPS Dungeon Fantasy and things like that. But I do try to post there about once a day at a minimum. I can't say that I post there every single day, but usually I'll post there once a day. I was working on my Dungeon Fantasy RPG Mega Dungeon, the Tomb of the Ancient Sovereign, for quite a while. And then I had to take a break from it because of some work things. And then once I got back, I have immediately started having like a creativity run on Animal Planet. And so I've been reading the rule book for Stars Without Number and Other Dust. Both of them were written by the same guy. And I'm kind of combining the rule sets into one to meet the needs of the game. If you don't remember, Animal Planet is everybody's an anthropomorphic animal just for reasons, but they're a spacefaring society, and they encounter an enemy ship and orbit around this uninhabited planet. And there's an explosion. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but all of these people, these thousands and thousands of people on this ship, all have to take escape pods down to the surface of the planet. And so the players have to traverse this alien planet that nobody's familiar with. Nobody's ever been here before, and try to find other escape pods to collect supplies and gather survivors. And then they find out that there are actually these ancient abandoned ruins on the planet. And so they can explore those and gather stuff up. And then it's kind of up to them what they want to do. Establish a new life on the planet, try to get back up to the mothership, which is still in orbit. Kind of like how you can see the moon during the daytime and whatnot. The ship that they came from, it's just constantly in orbit around them. But it doesn't seem to respond. It doesn't seem to like be sending any signals down as far as they can tell. So fun stuff. And then there was something else that I was doing, but I can't remember what it was. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're doing. Pretty soon, my student loans will have to start coming back into payment. That's going to be a lot of fun because we have been budgeting them not being there for quite a while. But I should be done paying off my student loans in another, like by middle of 2023, I believe, is when my last payments are due. And then I will be done. And we're probably at that point going to move into a new house. And then my kids will also be a little bit older. And so maybe I'll actually be able to get onto my computer. I have not logged onto my computer for weeks, if not months. There was a time, actually, my kids were at the in-laws house a couple months ago, and I actually tried to log into my computer and I was going to record a video and my internet wouldn't work. So I couldn't go online to find a game or anything to play and record it. And I got really bummed out by that. So there. If you don't remember, it's not a problem. I'm not sad or bitter or anything. Thanksgiving was my birthday, so I have also had a birthday. My family kind of concentrates their birthdays into November and February, because my son, during his birthday, he was asking when mommy's birthday was. And it's like, oh, it's in February. And I was like, my brother's in February. My sister-in-law's in February. My other sister-in-law's in February. And my wife is in February. And that's compared to like my birthday, my son's birthday, and my nephew's birthday are all in November. Oh, actually, and my father-in-law's birthday are in November. And then my mother's birthday is in the early part of December. So lots of birthdays concentrated around those two times. What else? I don't really have much else. I have not played any video games or anything in like 2 years. I don't really get to play on my my Game Boy. I don't get to play on my Xbox or my Wii U, or I haven't even bought like a Switch or anything because there's no point because I don't get any time to use it. The one game that I'm playing right now on my phone is called Riven Guard. I actually signed up for that in January of this year, 2021. And it was kind of like right as the game went live. And so I've been playing it ever since. It's fun. And then I've tried multiple kind of like offline games, and I just go through them as my mood strikes me. Currently playing a game. Well, I've played Buried Bournes for quite some time, but I haven't played that recently. My phone actually was like, hey, you haven't used this app recently. We're going to put it into deep sleep. I can't actually remember what the name of the game is, but it's a roguelike dungeon delving RPG. It's kind of basic is the problem why I've lost kind of interest in it so far. So I guess it doesn't really matter. The dungeon is literally just a grid of squares, and you just move from square to square. And I don't mean like, squares leading into hallways, leading into rooms. I mean literally like just a big 5x5 or 10x5 rectangle or square of squares. And there's no way to tell what's in the squares you're moving into. So you literally just move around the board in a spiral or up and down rows. Until you find the exit or whatever it is that you're supposed to be searching for. Yeah. Anything else I can mention while I'm here? I'm trying to think. No. Just, I've been, like I said, slowly working on some D&D stuff. My intention is, and my wife is on board with this, being able to do like set aside a specific time to run a game like online. My son has a friend, and his dad is in the Air Force. And so he's currently deployed. Right before he deployed, I actually got to play a one-shot 5e game with him, which was a lot of fun and would very much like to play, game with him again. And my wife's all on board with it too, because she really likes the whole family. But not much use in doing that right now while he's over. I think he's overseas. I'm not entirely sure. So, yeah. We'll find out about that. And then whether it's my Dungeon Fantasy game or the Animal Planet Stars Without Numbers game or something else entirely, we'll find out. All right. Well, I can see that they are bringing the kitties out. So it is time for me to say bye-bye.